Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Chris from Chris Glides and Lowrides. Today I'm gonna be hooking up this LED light on this 2015 Harley-Davidson Road Glide, and this light is made by Loyo, L-O-Y-O. Their website is loyo-led.com, and for promo code you can use Chris Glides. Stay tuned. So on this LED light, I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it. I haven't opened the packaging yet. Came here and there's the light itself. It comes with a set of colored instructions, which is only, looks like 3 steps, but I know it's a lot more steps. To view the steps on how to remove the Road Glide fairing, there's a ton of videos out here, a ton, and I mean a ton. I have some on my website. So I'm just removing the light here. It comes with protective plastic coating from scratches, and it looks to be plug and play. So that's a winner. So when I remove the fairing, I'm gonna be removing those screws right there, these under here, and as you can see, there's 4 external screws that I'll be removing to remove the light that's coming off, and I'll just be putting this light back on. So just some additional features on the bike. It comes with these plugs right here, and those plugs are what you can remove to get rid of any moisture or condensation as you travel through different regions. Some people are traveling from up north where it's cold. They're going all the way down to Miami where it's warm and humid, and then back up. Those types of conditions can cause moisture, and I like the fact that they've added that to this light. And so they talk about it a little bit right here. And so let's get into the install. So to do this, I'm gonna be removing these bolts right here. There's a bolt that is behind this speaker grill. And once I remove the speaker grill, the bolt will be, anyway, somewhere over here. I'll be removing these 2 on this side, these 2 on this side. The windshield will come off. And then there's an inner compartment. This will pop out, no screws attached. Same thing on this side, the speaker grill will come off. There's a bolt right here. These 2 screws will come off right there. And also on both sides, you have a bolt right here, and that will come right off. So as I mentioned before, you're gonna remove these 2 on the left and right side of the bike. And to do that, I'm gonna be using a T25. All right, so when you get this last screw right here, go ahead and hold the front of the fairing because the fairing will come out once you have all the screws that I mentioned loose. Keep one of these up here as your last screw. I've already taken out the other side. Once you get that out, and I have my left hand holding the fairing. All right, once this comes out, the fairing just slides right off. And actually, there's one other piece up here I forgot to take off. So the windshield is out. There is another part under the windshield. Then there's this 3rd piece. Once you take those 4 screws out, and before, I got my body in the fairing so it's not going anywhere. And when you slide the fairing down, you will have the lights right on the left and right. The lights are connected right here. They're normally plug and play to where you unplug them and then you slide your fairing off. But for this setup, this is actually hardwired, so I'm gonna have to do a slight modification here. All right, so just like that, I took the 8 screws out of the other headlight. It unplugged. There's the plug right there where I'm pointing to with my pinky. And so here's the new light. It'll just get plugged right in. Those 4 screws will go in, and these 2 sides will go in on the ends. I have the fairing sitting up here because, well, it's a good place for it to hang out right now. All right. All right, so on these lights, they don't have the threaded holes that are supposed to be right here. So I can't put these other 4 screws on. They're supposed to be threaded like that. So that is a deficiency, and the wiring was backwards. All right, so this is the finished product. I got the light in. It was supposed to be plug and play, but the lights were in reverse order of the harness. And if you look at the harness, just make sure the black side was all the way on one side, the red side was all the way on one side, and the 2 in the middle were reversed. All I had to do was cut the wiring and correctly put the wiring where it goes. And on the inside, there's 4 screws that hold this piece together. And I ended up, the light doesn't have the threading for this piece right here. I don't know why. It's a prototype light, but I ended up just using zip ties, and you can't see it at all in here because it's behind the fairing and all that stuff. So quick fix, quick, easy fix. I'm not sure what they charge on this light. As I mentioned before, it's a prototype, and it looks pretty darn good. I'm gonna turn it on. All right, so this is what the light looks like on, and out of the 4 lights, the low beams are these 2 on the inside, and it does have the halo light around it, which is a pretty cool visual piece. High beams, let's see what happens. Which lights we have. Okay, so now we have all 4 LEDs. Wow, that's bright. So all 4 LEDs come on with the high beams. You still have the halo lights, which are daytime running lights. And it was still a pretty easy install, other than, you know, I had to change the wire harness wiring, and I think it's because the headlight is for newer year models, but it still bolts up the same. So that was the only little hiccup, and then they didn't have the threading for the external piece. So other than that, this is what the Loyo light looks like. And I'm not sure what they're gonna start pricing this as, but it gives this Road Glide a different look. This bike will be the only one out there with this style headlight for right now, until they start making them for the Road Glide. So thanks for watching this episode of Chris Glides and Lowrides. This took about, I guess, an hour, and so you can do it. Not rocket science. So if you want to check out their products and lights, go to www.loyo-led.com, and you'll be able to see all their different products. If you decide to buy anything, you could use code Chris Glides, promo code Chris Glides, and find your product on there and test out what you want to try for your bike. They always say you get what you pay for, and sometimes lower price items are not as good as higher price, and sometimes it's the other way around. But if you want to just try something out on their website, give it a try and use my promo code. Thanks for watching. All right, so just to compare Road Glide as far as visual, like a lot of people, everybody on the road is riding with this style light now. This is by Advan Black and several other companies or whatever. And I just put some Fang lights on the side, which he could easily add the Fang lights for pretty cheap. And but it's a pretty good look overall, man, I say. He will definitely be the only one with that light. And so when you want to be original or different, there you go. These are the high beams on both. And guess you really gotta do it at nighttime or whatever. That one certainly has more rows of lights on it, that's for daggone sure. But anything is better than the original one.